You grab the bar, you take a breath, you pull, and nothing happens. Most people assume it is about strength, but what is really happening inside your body is far more complex than that. Today, we go inside the body to find out exactly why the pull-up is one of the hardest movements the human body can perform, and what is actually failing when you cannot do one. The pull-up looks simple from the outside: hang, pull, rise. But inside your body, it demands that over a dozen muscle groups fire in perfect sequence, that your nervous system coordinates hundreds of motor signals simultaneously, and that your joints bear forces many times your own body weight. When that chain fails, even one link, the movement stops, and for most people standing at that bar for the first time, several of those links are missing entirely. Let us start from the very beginning, the moment your hands touch the bar. The primary engine of the pull-up lives in the back, not the arms, as many people believe. This is the latissimus dorsi. It is the broadest muscle in the human back. When it contracts, it pulls the arm down and inward, which is the exact motion that lifts your body upward during a pull-up. But the latissimus dorsi cannot work alone. It needs a stable platform to pull from. That platform is built by the smaller muscles surrounding the shoulder blade, a flat triangular bone called the scapula. If the scapula floats loose, as it does in most sedentary people, the latissimus dorsi has nothing solid to pull against. The force is wasted. The body stays down. Before a single muscle moves, the brain must decide to act. The motor cortex sends electrical signals down the spinal cord, through the cervical vertebrae in the neck, and out to the nerves of the arm and back. These signals travel at around 70 meters per second, faster than a car on a highway. But the real challenge is not speed. It is how many muscle fibers the brain can recruit at once. Muscles are made of bundles of fibers called motor units. Each motor unit is controlled by a single nerve signal. The harder a movement demands, the more motor units the brain recruits simultaneously. In most untrained people, the brain has not learned to recruit a high percentage of muscle fibers during pulling movements. It is not that the muscle is too small. It is that the neural pathway for that movement is underdeveloped. The body literally does not know how to turn on all the right fibers at the right time. Here is where most beginners fail silently. Before the arms can pull, the shoulder blades must move first. This movement is called scapular depression and retraction. The rhomboids, lower trapezius, and serratus anterior must contract before the larger pulling muscles engage. When this step is skipped, which it almost always is in beginners, the shoulder joint is unstable. The forces transfer into the tendons and ligaments instead of the muscles. The body protects itself by stalling the movement entirely. When every link in the chain activates correctly, the body rises. The elbows drive down and back. The chest moves toward the bar. The spine stays neutral. The core is braced to prevent the lower body from swinging. At peak effort, the elbow joint bears forces close to 1.5 times your body weight. The shoulder joint absorbs even more. These forces are manageable for conditioned tissues, but for unprepared tendons and ligaments, they can be a limiting factor. When the pull-up fails, it rarely fails all at once. It fails one link at a time. Most desk-based lifestyles create overdeveloped chest muscles and underdeveloped back stabilizers. The scapula protrudes outward, a pattern called scapular winging. Without the scapula locked down, the lats cannot apply their full force.
This is perhaps the least obvious failure. The muscles may have the physical capacity, but the nervous system has not built the connection yet. It takes repeated practice of the movement pattern for the brain to learn to recruit fibers efficiently. Early strength gains from any new exercise are almost entirely neural, not from growing new muscle, but from the brain learning to use the muscle it already has. This is why the first pull-up is often not far away once the movement pattern begins to form. The pull-up is fundamentally a ratio problem. The force your muscles can produce must exceed the force of gravity pulling your entire body down. If you carry significant excess body mass, that ratio shifts, and even strong muscles may not overcome it without additional training. Here are some things about pull-up mechanics that most people never know. The latissimus dorsi is the single largest muscle in the upper body. It covers more surface area than any other muscle above the waist, yet most people think the bicep does the work in a pull-up. The bicep contributes, but it is a secondary muscle. The back is the engine. The first 4 to 6 weeks of any pulling program produce almost no visible muscle growth, but strength increases noticeably. This is because the nervous system is adapting. New synaptic pathways are strengthening, motor unit recruitment is improving, and the coordination between muscles is being rehearsed by the brain at a cellular level.
Grip strength is often the first limitation to fail. The forearm flexors, a group of more than 8 muscles, must hold the full body weight for the entire duration of the movement. In people with weak grip strength, the hand opens before the back or arms reach fatigue. The core plays a hidden but critical role. During the pull-up, if the core is not braced, the pelvis tilts forward, the lower back arches, and the body begins to swing. This shifts the workload away from the target muscles and places stress on the lumbar spine instead. The pull-up is one of the most demanding compound movements the upper body can perform. It tests grip, scapular control, neural coordination, and the ratio of strength to body weight, all at the same time. Understanding what is happening inside the body changes how you think about the exercise. You are not just trying to lift yourself, you are training a chain, a sequence of muscle activations that the nervous system must learn and rehearse over time. Every time you hang from a bar, initiate a scapular depression, and attempt the movement, even if your chin does not reach the bar, your nervous system records that pattern. The synapses strengthen, the motor pathways deepen, the body gets closer.
This is not just about the pull-up. It is about how all human movement is learned, through the body and the brain working together, refining their connection one attempt at a time. So why do most people fail their first pull-up? Because the pull-up is not just a strength test. It is a test of scapular stability, neural recruitment efficiency, grip endurance, core coordination, and the body weight to force ratio, all happening simultaneously. The body does not fail because it is weak. It fails because a chain of systems has not yet been trained to work together. The nervous system needs time to learn the pattern. The stabilizing muscles need time to develop. The connective tissues need time to adapt to the forces involved. The human body is more capable than most people realize. It just needs to be taught, one movement at a time. More inside the human body on Vital 3D World.